Hello, and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Schein, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is Jordan Linn of Tannenbaum, Halpern, Syracuse, and Hurstred. So, Jordan.
Good job, Michael.
Hell yeah, that's a mouthful. So, Jordan, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me.
Sure. So, what is THSH? Made it short. What is THSH, and what's your role in the company?
Okay, so Tannenbaum Halpern, you can just cut it short, or THSH is a full-service mid-sized law firm. Our offices are located in Midtown Manhattan, but obviously our clients are all over the region. And I'm one of the partners in our trust and estates practice group.
Okay. And so, Jordan, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
That's a great question, because there are times where specific to a matrimonial attorney, my services are often needed. It's easiest to break the practice of trust and estates down into three parts. There's estate planning, where we're preparing documents for clients. There's estate administration, where someone has passed away and now we're administering that estate plan, doling out the assets, paying the taxes, etc. And then there's estate litigation, where the parties can't agree and there's some type of dispute. So, primarily for a matrimonial attorney, these are people in flux, right? They're going through life changes. And obviously, after a divorce occurs, their estate planning documents likely do not reflect what their intentions would be going forward. Some of the, not just their wills, but their powers of attorney and healthcare proxies, trusts that they've created. So often I'm asked in a situation like that to help unwind or modify documents under those circumstances.
So, Jordan, what's the best way for a prospective client or other professional like myself to contact you?
Email or a call to my office are always the way to go. Usually we start out a relationship with that conversation or that email exchange where I'm trying to get an understanding for what the client's needs are. And once I have that sense, then we go to the next step of drilling down and having a more formal consultation to get the particulars in order and understand the task at hand and get to work.
And what's your email address?
My email address is Linn, Linn, @thsh.com. So you don't have to spell out Tannenbaum, Halpern, Syracuse, and Hurstred, just THSH. And it's Linn, Linn. People like LYNN for some reason, but it's LINN.
Well, it's perfect. And Jordan Linn, we have now come to the most important part of our show. And that happens to be the question of the week. So, Jordan Linn, this is your question of the week. If you could teleport to any place on Earth, where would you go first and why?
Yeah, that's a tough one, Michael. I love music. It'd be obvious to say, concert, somewhere exotic for one of my favorite bands, or a sporting event. Go to the World Cup or the Super Bowl or something like that. That would be great too. But I'm going to be boring and go with Maui. We took a trip with the family to Hawaii. I think it was 2 years ago. Actually, no, it must have been more because it was pre-COVID. And that was just a magical place. Just great memories there, and would love to go back sometime.
Wow, that is an amazing answer. And Jordan Linn, you have said it all. You are planning and administrating people's estates one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thanks again for having me, Michael. It was a lot of fun.